Hey, how's it going? What is up, guys? And I hope you guys are doing awesome and everybody's doing well and finding a way to keep busy during this time, because I know that some of us are going insane, especially myself. To prevent myself from going insane, I need work. I need to be productive. I need to be doing something. And a couple of days ago, I was approached by, well, not really approached because 6 foot thing, but a couple of people hit me up and they were really interested in flight training and kind of wanted to research the whole idea of becoming a pilot. I know myself, when I was researching the whole situation, there's not much content on YouTube that kind of gives a summary of the process, and even if there is, it's kind of outdated. And I kind of want to summarize a little bit of the process and give you some insight in case you were thinking about this, or just for entertainment purposes, as somebody who is currently going through the process. Now, there's two paths in aviation in becoming a pilot. You can go the career route, where you eventually want this to become a career, you want to work for an airline, or you want to make money off of it. The other route is you have money to blow and you kind of just want to get your private license, so you can fly on your own, you can take friends, and go that route. The best part about this is that both routes, whether you go the career route or you go the recreational route, both start the same way. And I'm going to split this up into 3 parts just so you focus, okay? 3 things. First part, do your research. And by doing your research, I mean literally considering every variable. Here are some just to help you out. How much is going to cost in your finances? That is a big one. That's probably one of the biggest variables that I was focusing on during my research, because it is extremely expensive to get through flight school, especially if you're going the career route. Private pilot's license is not that bad, but definitely getting to your airline minimums and getting all of those licenses. Yeah, my credit card's not looking that great right now. Number 2, your flight school. You want to do a ton, and I emphasize a ton, of research on the flight school. Unfortunately, when it comes to any type of learning and any type of schooling, there are the schools that will try to milk you and try to take advantage of you, and there are the schools where there's a good ratio and good balance between how much it costs and what they're able to provide. The reason why I emphasize how important it is to get a good school is that you don't want to keep switching from school to school. Although it's extremely easy, you are rebuilding a relationship with that flight instructor. And because you're rebuilding that relationship, that means the flight instructor needs to get a good sense of who you are, what kind of student you are, and what you know. And because if you switch, that new flight instructor needs to get all that knowledge back. You're wasting time, you're wasting valuable flight hours that could have been going towards a flight instructor you've been with since the beginning. Carrying the same flight instructor from beginning of your training till the end is the most cost-effective and time-effective way. 1, research. 2, flight school. The third and most important part is probably the studying and the actual material and content that goes into becoming a pilot. Now, I'm telling you guys, if you do not like studying, you're probably gonna have a hard time, and this might not be the career or option for you. There is a ton of studying, and there's never enough, and essentially you're never done studying. Rules are always changing, FAA requirements are always changing. You constantly have to be reminded and be requalified and stay current with all the processes and all the information that's going out. There are check rides, there are exams, there are school exams, there's ground school, there's a ton of learning. So if you're not willing to learn, then you probably don't want to do this. And I know I've been emphasizing the knowledge a lot, but let's think about what a pilot is doing essentially. You are in charge of a vehicle that does become airborne. That's a ton of power. There aren't rules in the air like there are on ground. I mean, yeah, you get caught speeding on the ground, cops pull you over, and that's it. If you're doing something crazy up in the sky, there's not really any way of, being able to control that. So all that control is in your hands, which means that people who our pilots in command, people who are in charge of that aircraft, really need to be serious and really need to understand what they're capable of doing. But with all that considered, it is extremely worth it, at least for me. I remember when I took my introductory flight, it was one of the most breathtaking things I've ever done. The adrenaline rush that I got from being in the cockpit and knowing that I am controlling this essential metal bird in the sky was amazing. So that's step one. That's kind of bulk of the summary of reaching step one, which is your private license. After that, people who've got their private license, who want to do recreation, they've got their license. And people who want to continue and get their airline rating and their commercial ratings, they would continue to the next steps. But the first step is getting that private license. So for those who are considering the whole process, I hope this gave you some type of value and you learned something out of it. And for those who are just sticking around and being loyal and watching my videos, I appreciate you. I hope this at least entertained you and gave you a slice of what it's like getting into aviation. If there are other aspects of aviation and flying that you guys want to understand, please comment them down below, and if I get enough questions, we can make another video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you guys are aware whenever I make an upload, and I'll see you guys next time.